For a game and a half, it seemed like the rut the Saints fell into was going to be more than a quick pit stop in Dallas. On the Bucs' opening drive, they marched down the field in 7 plays and scored in just 2 minutes and 41 seconds. But it was the Saints offense that continued to lack any sort of rhythm, something that even dumbfounded their head coach.
If I knew it wouldn't take a little while, then.
The Saints saw their 4 drives during the first half killed by penalties, poor blocking, and truly just a lack of juice and energy. Breeze had 2 turnovers for the first time all season. One came in the form of an interception right before the half, and the other came just 2 plays into the second half. Meanwhile, the Bucs jumped out to a 14-3 lead. Both of Jameis Winston's touchdowns came in the first half, and both were to his tight end, Cameron Brate.
Jameis is playing, was trying to play at a high level, and we had to match that intensity. We let him score that first drive, and we had to tighten up our defense.
Defensively, the game was spiraling out of control for the Saints. Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara had a total of just 2 rushing yards on 9 carries after the Saints' first 6 drives. But it was the play of Taysom Hill that was the absolute X factor today. He's now thrown a pass, caught a pass, rushed for a touchdown, returned kicks on special teams, and even recorded tackles. But today, his blocked punt was an absolute turning point that changed the trajectory of this game.
I've been a part of football for a long time, and this is a type of game where, like, we as a special teams unit, we need to make a big play to change momentum here. And, that was our mindset as a special teams unit, and that's what we're hoping for.
Anytime you get a block punt or a big punt return or a turnover, that gives the team a lot of momentum. And we were able to get that block punt, get a short field, convert for a touchdown, and it took off from there.
Then the offense caught fire. They scored touchdowns on 3 of their final 4 drives. And 5 plays later, Breeze hit Zach Line for a touchdown. And trailing by 5, Peyton elected to go for 2 and got it.
I felt real good about what we had because we hadn't been inside the 5, and so we really hadn't utilized a lot of calls maybe that we would have.
Trailing by 3, the ensuing drive, Breeze finished things off with a classic stretch and score for an 18-14 lead. And then on their 3rd straight series, Ingram barreled his way for 17 more and a score to give New Orleans a 25-14 advantage as the Bucs crumbled. During that time, the defense continued to hold strong. Cam Jordan had 2 sacks for the 3rd straight game. He and Sheldon Rankins have combined for 20 sacks this season.
Like I said, I've never had, interior like the interior push from Sheldon Rankins like this. He's clearly coming up into his own.
It was like watching 2 different games today at Raymond James Stadium, and truly 2 different teams. And the Saints are hoping the one that started in a rut is one they never see again.
To be able to win a game maybe where you didn't play your best in one certain area or another was significant.
That's our first goal every year, is to be division champs, and for us to be able to come out and be gritty and resilient in this game and be able to close out our division back to back.
From Raymond James Stadium, Andrew Doak, 4th down on 4.